see the main power supply to the welding machine. There are two different cables that are used. One is electrode cable, the other one is work cable. The work in work cable where we are going to clamp the work material in work clamp. The other one is the electrode cable where we have the electrode holder, and the electrode are folded with the electrode holder, and the electrode will get fused and get deposited over the two different materials. And before welding, we have some edge preparation process, and we in order to fill the electrode between the two different work pieces, we need to carry some edge preparation process that was detailed in the subsequent video lectures. And this was axi field welding and cutting equipment. And here we have two different cylinders. One is oxygen cylinder, the other one is fuel gas cylinder. Usually it might be in acetylene, and there are the safety chain coupled using to couple two different cylinders. And we have pressure regulators. There are two different cables, that is gas holes, and which passes through the flow chuck walls, and it was connected with the torch body. And we have two different heads. One is welding head, the other one is cutting head. While using the welding head, we can able to join two different materials. By changing the cutting head, it is possible to cut the materials. And some other information related to welding and cutting process. And this is the illustration of gas and tungsten arc welding equipment. And this is plasma arc cutting equipment. And we'll see the today's video. There are three different videos. We'll see. Great. And in the subsequent class, we will see fitting. And check with the audio. Once you doesn't have any clearance over the audio, please let me know. Srinivas, check the audio and let me know. Yes, Srinivas, it was quite good.
Sir, it's not audible, sir.
Wait, we'll check. It is audible. It is audible.
No, sir. No.
Okay. Anyway, I'll explain. Preparation is given in the presentation, and the most common edge preparation marriage. Well,
Sir, your voice is not clear.
yes.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
My voice is having coherence with the YouTube video, or it was alone. You're hearing my voice alone.
Sir, your voice alone.
Okay. Now check. It is good. Okay. Anyway, if there is an issue with my voice, please let me know. The square edge is used for welding plates of thickness from 3 to 5 mm. And please make a note. Please have a notebook and please make a note. And this is called bevel and chamfer edge, usually used and there is in thickness 8 to 16 mm. And from 16 to 20, the bevel edges are preferred for doing the welding. When it is more than 20, and we need to do single J groove weld or double J groove. And the square edges, we need to keep the 3 distance between the two different material in order to make the welding process. For the workpiece of double bevel edge and double J, and edge preparation of weld pieces depends on the strength requirement and other design considerations. And these are some typical examples of weld joint. See here, butt joint and T joint and edge joint, corner joint and lap joint. Concerning your exercise, we have butt joint and lap joint. And when we are keeping the material parallel and we are doing the joining process, then that is called butt joint, and we are trying to lap the material one on the other, and that is usually called as lap joint. Now it is good, Sundar Srinivas? Or
Sir, it's not.
enquire with the... Now it is good?
Yes, sir.
Audio.
No, sir. It's not audible.
My audio is fine.
Your audio is fine, sir.
Yes. Is butt joint and T joint and edge joint. This is corner joint and lap joint. And see, the butt joint is formed when the workpiece are laid side by side, and it is one of the most widely used type of joint. And the T joint, the workpiece stays vertical on the other piece, and usually we have a triangular type of fillet weld here. The weld usually called as fillet welds. See here, usually this shape of weld becomes a triangular. This is lap joint, and the material is laid down on the other piece and overlap. That is called lap joint. The thinner sections are joined with the aid of lap joint and corner joint, and we need to keep the two different pieces in a normal angle. And the boxes, tanks, and frames are some examples for this type of welding. And the edge joint, and during self in our houses or wardrobes are built with the aid of these type of joints. And these are the some edge preparation process which is available in the welding. Please have a notebook and keep writing the content which is disseminated in the video also. We will see the second video. Anyway, I will you have a visit of these three different videos. I will circulate the link also. Once the class is over, please revisit the videos and please make a note. And this is the example of butt joint. Concerning your syllabus, uh, we have two different joints. One is butt joint, the other one is lap joint. And here it is an example for doing welding with the butt joint. And see, this is the filler material, and we need to keep 3 mm distance between the two parallel plates. And see, once you are doing the welding, you need to wear apron, and you need to wear the glove, and you need to have your shoes and goggles. Holding the electrode with the holders, and you are trying to do welding. Wait just a minute. And this is the material called mild steel. We are using the various household material, whether it may be a, steel table, or it may be a, window component, or it is a hinge between your doors, are usually made up of steel called mild steel. There are different classifications of steel available, and usually the steel, the typical example of steel is mild steel, and with a 8 or 10 mm mild steel given to you during the laboratory session, and you need to keep 3 to that is 2 to 3 mm gap between the mm, two different pieces, and with the aid of welding machine and the electrode holder, and the electrode will get melted and during joining process. And once the welding is over, you need to carry the welded piece with the aid of tangle, and you need to dip into the water not to cool the material, and even not increase the strength, also the cooling helps. Once the joining process is over, you need to carry with the tongue. This is usually called as tongue. You need to dip with the bucket now to cool and not increase unnecessary. Anvil, this is called anvil. The excess material which is surrounded in the welding portions, removed with the aid of dongle. You need to keep with the one hand. On the other hand, you need to remove the other materials. Chipping hammer. You see? Yes. Once this process is over, we need to do some the finishing process uh, with the with the filing. We can do or finishing the welded portions. Once once the fitting is over, that was our next content, and we will see how the finishing over the welding we can do. That we'll explain a little later. And this is what the last video for the today's presentation. See, this is the video example for lap joint. We need to keep the material one on the other. This is usually called earthing plate. The earthing plate is connected with the welding machine. See here, we need to do welding on the upper portion, as well as once the upper portion weld is over, we need to turn around. We need to do welding on the other side. Once the welding is over, we need to cool the material uh, using the water. Once the metal is cooled, then we need to move the chipping hammer. We do the chipping. Yes, this is called the chipping process. Yes, this is now here. See here, there is a lagging with the material. See here, there is a lagging. See here, this is called voids. The material not properly melted and doesn't have the bonding over the bottom material. Therefore, this type of the welding defect calls voids. Voids. This is called void. And see here, the excess material left even after the chipping process, and that even that is also removed for having the fine finish. And there are plenty of welding errors, that is welding defects are available, like voids and other defects are also available. Anyway, we'll see the welding defects. We'll see later. See here, this is called voids. Yes. And that's all about today's presentation. And do you have any doubts with the today's lecture? I'll circulate uh, this three different link. Please have a visit and please make a note over the welding process. Yes. Do you have any doubts? Do you have any queries with welding? Anyone? Anis? Anis, please unmute and respond me. Anis?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anis?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone
Can
through
you hear
the
me?
videos?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Not
Yes.
really.
Do you any doubts, Anis?
No, sir. Yes.
Yes. Do you have doubts?
No, sir.
No. Okay. You are from? You are from? Anis, you
I'm
are
from
from?
Chennai, sir.
Chennai.
Chennai, sir.
Chennai. Okay. Good. Good. Fine. Ajay. Siddharth. Ajay. Yes. Please unmute your mic and tell me your question.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. One of the doubts I had was the difference between spruce cutter and spruce pin. But when you explained that, your
Yes.
voice wasn't very clear. So can you please explain that once more?
Yes, very good, very good, very good. Once the process, we were removed the wooden piece, that is screw pin. Once we have removed the screw pin, and at that time, what may happen? What was the possibilities of possibilities in the molten sand? What will happen for the molten sand? The molten sand, the dislocation of molten sand will happen, and it tries to pour inside uh, the provisions, the gaps. At that time, what we need to do, we need to keep the screw cutter, and based on the screw cutter, by doing rotating the top portions, we can avoid such spillage of the raw material poured into that gap. That was the purpose of screw cutter. Is it clear? Now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
You have seen the videos, the third video, how the sand was rammed, and how the runner and riser kept. And once the ramming process is over, we need to remove the pattern, and as well as we need to remove the run and riser, because that was the provision for the for pouring. And once we were removing the runner, what happened? The spillage of sand will happen. At that time, we need to use screw cutter in order to avoid such a spillage of the sand.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes. Any other doubts? Adesh? Siddharth, you are from? Siddharth, you are from?
Sir, I'm from Kerala.
Kerala. Good. Adarsh?
Yes, sir.
Adesh, do you have any doubt, Adesh?
No, sir, I'm
Okay, fine, fine. Okay, good. Okay, we'll conclude today's session, and we'll meet next Tuesday. If any updates, I'll communicate via WhatsApp. If any feasible to conduct the classes in between the Tuesday, we'll see. Thank you, Amna.